What the fuck is up? Higher point of view here. It is your West Coast Packer backer here to discuss fantasy football. Shit, fantasy football for dummies. Or I should have said, fantasy football for smokers. But, I mean with dummies with all due respect. There's still some, football fans that, I talk to and they understand, they know what fantasy is, but they don't really understand the ins and outs of it and really what goes on when you join a fantasy league. A lot of people still confused about it, but I'm here to fill you in. So, I run a fantasy league every year. Higher point of view league, or I used to call it Pacific League. I don't know. We'll see what it looked like this year, but yeah, man, I'm giving y'all motherfuckers an open invitation. I get up on this motherfucker, talk my shit, and whatever I say on this, channel about Packers or football related, like, I'm standing on it. You know what I'm saying? Wrong or right, I'ma stand on it. I ain't saying I'm an expert, but I know football. I talked to a few of y'all motherfuckers out there in the comments or wherever, even in real life. Like, there's some motherfuckers who know what y'all talking about who may not have done fantasy. So, this is an open invite into my league, and let me just break down what the fuck, how fuck shit goes down in my league. Now, anybody from the gang, you got an open invitation, and your spot will be saved. You know what I'm saying? If you want to join. If not, it's totally fine. You know what I'm saying? But anybody in the gang, Wolfpack or Pack Attack, whatever it is, hey, holla at AJ, bro. We gonna put AJ to work. Send your email to him, and we gonna figure that shit out. But for you others, I don't know, you can drop the motherfucker email in the comments, or you can send some shit to higherpointofview@gmail.com. I believe that's what it is. Later on, we're going to solidify everything. This is just an introduction to me letting y'all know I do this shit. This is another one of my interests. It's still football and still partially Packer related. I don't know. I'm kind of a believer in that you need to love football in order to love the Packers. You know what I'm saying? You can't love pussy and not love women. The woman has the pussy, so the NFL has the Packers. So, there's still good football going on, even if the Packers aren't playing. And one thing I do like about fantasy football is you could be watching a random Thursday night game, and you have incentive to watch it because one of your boys might be playing to help you win a certain game. So, let me just tell you, I do my league through CBS, and it's a 12-teamer. I played in other fantasy leagues, and CBS is just the one for me. I did the Yahoo Sports, Fox, or ESPN, whatever it is, and I just used to fall in love with names and logos, and I stopped doing that shit. I just start to, see what really fits me, and I just love the layout with CBS Sports. It's clean cut. They give you updates, The way you set your lineups is easy. I just think it's really plug and play. So that's why I go with the CBS. A little bit of the details. It's a 12-teamer, and they have 3 divisions, okay? So it's 4 teams in each division. Each division winner at the end of the year gets a playoff entry. And then one wild card team gets selected. Whoever has the best record out of all of the rest of the divisions. All division leaders make it, so that's going to be three teams that make the playoffs for sure. I mean, 4 teams make it for sure, but it's 3 division leaders. That's how you get a playoff spot. And then the 4th is just a wild card, whoever has the best record overall other than those 3 players, And it's a live draft. So, and then basically let me give you the basic about it's a live draft. So basically, the date that I set, whatever it is, I normally set the date the Sunday before the NFL. So everybody's ready to go. Everybody got the NFL fever. And also injuries, certain acquisitions, shit like that is not, it won't be a problem. Because I sure remember, Mike Vick, motherfucker got hurt in like the last game or 3rd game of the preseason. And motherfuckers already had their drafts already. Goodbye, number 1 pick. That will be wasted. You can't get that shit back. You're going to have to put that nigga on the waivers, or you're going to have to wait until he ain't injured no more. And that year, I think he missed the whole motherfucking year. So that's why I wait so long to do the draft. But my draft is normally the Sunday before the season starts because, they do the Thursday games now. So it's Sunday before the season starts. And, that's when I do my draft. So that's done. Let me give you the specifics in the, as far as the gameplay. And then the draft, to expand on that, obviously, we start off with 0 teams. It is totally random, teams 1 through 12 who gets the first pick, and it's a snake kind of deal. If I got the first pick in the first round, I'm going to, not going to get another pick into the second round, but it's the first pick of the second round. So that's cool that you have the first pick. But then, you have to wait a long time to get your next pick. And then if you have the 12th pick, you get 2 picks in a row. Now, I done got the 12th pick before, and it kind of worked out good for me. It's easy to navigate, and it's easy to set your team up. If you get 2 picks in a row, you could kind of really, really build your roster that way than waiting. But that's just a draft strategy. We'll get all into that. But the basic gameplay, bro, for quarterbacks, for every quarterback, if you start your quarterback, for every 25 yards he throws, you get a point. For every touchdown he throws, you get a point. For every 10 yards rushing he gets, you get a point. So running backs. Say I got Aaron Jones, and he runs for 60 yards against the Bears, and then he scores a touchdown. So that's 60 yards, that's 6 points, and the touchdown is 6 points. So he's going to currently have 12 points at that moment, unless he puts up more stats. And these are all stats used from the Sundays that the NFL players are playing in. Ain't no made up shit. Whatever they do on the field, you're going to get the points for it, and you're going to be able to add that, with all the other starters' points that you have going head to head against another team. So higher point of view, my team is going against Joe Blow number 3. You know what I'm saying? So my quarterback is Rodgers. He threw 3 touchdowns that game and threw for like 300 yards. He going to have like, almost 30 points. And if this guy had Kirk Cousins and only threw for 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions, he's going to have a lot less points. Again, motherfuckers don't know this. So the motherfuckers who know what fantasy is, just bear with me. I just wanted to, give a little insight on how this goes. I do not do points per reception. Now, this is something that can be debated. I am the commissioner, and I can change it in the settings, but I just don't do it. I want a motherfucker to work hard. Sometimes the motherfucker will get a catch and not do nothing with it. So why credit him for a catch if this nigga got negative 2 yards when he caught it? Or he caught it in just super garbage time. I'd rather the receiving stats are recorded like, hey, every 10 yards a receiver gets receiving, he gets a point. Every touchdown he gets receiving, he gets 6 points. Okay? So when Christian Watson gets 80 yards and a touchdown, do the math. That's 14 points, And also receivers get credit for rushing the ball. If they were to rush for 20 yards, it'd be on there. Like sometimes Tyreek Hill does jet sweeps, or whoever does jet sweeps, that would be credited as rushing yards, and they can get credited for that too. The dual running back is still the key in this game, because not only can Aaron Jones run for 60 and get a rushing touchdown, he can also catch for 50 yards. That's an extra 5 points. So, the points per reception is not really a big deal. I just want this motherfucker, I come from the old school kind of fantasy. They didn't always get points per reception. That's some new shit. And I like the numbers to the games to be a little lower than normal. I hate seeing motherfuckers with 280 points. Bro, no points per reception in my league. And, yeah, so that's the basis of it. As far as defense, you pick a whole defense, and they start off with 20 points every game. Whether they get more or less, it's up to the defense. Every 100 yards they give up defensively, they'll lose probably 2 points or 1 point. If the defense recovers a fumble, they get 2 points. If they get an interception, they get 2 points. If they get a sack, they get 1 point. So that's how that breaks down. And then the kicking game is the kicking game. PATs, you get 1 point. Field goals, you get 3 points. Now, field goals 50 plus, I believe you get 5 points. So that's just a breakdown of the scoring, how that works in my league. And let me just give y'all some funny, like, just fantasy stories, maybe 1 or 2 that things that have happened in my league. So one time in one of my leagues, obviously I'm started off like 6-0, like I always do. And I run into the homegirl, and I'm just being nice. My soft spot is women. So, like, she was doing horrible. She was like 5-1, and I was like 6-0. I mean, she was 1-5, and I was 6-0. So we start playing we play our first game, and she's like, why'd you bench all your players? I was just being nice. I had 6 wins. I was feeling myself too much, and I just gave away a win to the homegirl. Shout out to Keisha. And shout out to Keisha for motherfucking graduating and becoming a lawyer. God damn it. So, I hope you ain't got to pay them loans until you like 60 something. I hope you get to enjoy your money and all that. But I already told you, if I ever get in trouble, I'm calling you first. We already had that agreement since before this shit. But goddamn, girl, your ass was going to school when the Packers won the Super Bowl in 2010 or whatever. And you finally finished. You did your shit. So congrats to you on that. But I'm telling this story about you. So I'm 6-0, big and bad, feeling myself, beating everybody. I feel I could give a game away. So I know I'm playing a homegirl. She doing bad. I kind of don't want her to quit. And that's another thing. I don't want y'all motherfuckers coming in my league quitting. I need to know who y'all is. I don't just want to know anonymous people coming in my league. Now, obviously, you might be a subscriber or something like that. That's cool. But, like, man, you got to show up, bro. I don't want you quitting through the middle of the season, no matter how bad you're doing. And this story may help you. So, anyway, I'm 6-0. She's 1-5. This is on everything I love. I promise you this happened. I let her win that game, obviously, because I benched all my starters. She kind of didn't like how I did. She was like, why'd you do that? I'm like, cuz I had to, give you a little victory. I could spare a win or two. Tell me why her ass motherfucking got hot, y'all. She got hot and won like 7 games in a row, bro. And not only did she make the playoffs, she won the fucking Super Bowl in my league, bro. If I didn't let her win that game in week, like, whatever, bro, she wouldn't have even made it. And that was the ultimate. Now I ain't giving shit up. I was trying to be cocky and show off to my other buddies like, look, nigga, I'm giving away wins. Y'all niggas can't even win in the week. Shit, that shit came back and bit me in my ass. I got bounced first round, and her ass went on to win the whole thing. I want to say she beat me too in the first round. I don't want to get the lying, but shit. She might have did that too. But shout out to you, Keisha, again. Congrats for graduating from lawyer school. And, shit. If I need you, I'm gonna call you. But that was just one, kind of. That's how shit goes in fantasy football. You know what I'm saying? There's been times where, and this happens all the time, I leave a player on the bench, I forget to start him, literally forget to start him, and he's on the bench with fucking 45 points. And if I would have started him instead of the bum that I had to start instead of him, I would have won the game. So that's what makes fantasy football exciting. And, this is an open invite. Obviously, I told y'all, everybody in the gang, Pack Attack Wolfpack, you got a free invite, bro. You in there if you want to. But, I only could hold 12 teams, and the most I will do is 2 leagues. Because doing 3 or 4 leagues is just too much. I'm too busy in general anyway. I'm just doing this to expand and be more interactive with you guys. So I hope y'all appreciate it. So, hey, let's figure this shit out. Either drop the email or send your shit to higherpointofview@gmail.com. I honestly, for real, don't know no details on that account. I done made so many burner accounts to motherfucking get free subscriptions to shit. Like, I got to figure out what my password and shit is for that Higher Point of View shit. But I'm going to get it together, you know what I'm saying? But if not, at least let me know you're interested, especially my real ones that be in them comments. Like, if any of y'all, for sure, if any of y'all motherfuckers, you know who I fuck with in the comments. If any of y'all want to get up in there, your spot is saved, but again, I ain't gonna do more than 2 leagues, and normally, shit, my leagues get filled, even before I did this internet shit. So, I'm trying not to do 3. The people in real life, I'm gonna give them a deadline. I'm say, hey, if you don't sign, if you don't, just let me know you're gonna join. I'm gonna let other motherfuckers in. But I'm out.